This doesn't mean that the end is right here.
Yes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Just because you see these things, because we see it now. But do we know when he's coming back?
No, ma'am.
No, we do not know. And that's what he's that's what he was telling the disciples. All these things, and we know wars are going on. These things are taking place. But don't sit there and tell your family or your friends, guess what? You know God is coming. He's coming back probably next week or the week after that. Because see what's happening? You don't know. We don't know. And that's what we have to admit to them.
Yeah.
And then we give them the word. We know not the day nor the hour
That's right.
the Son of Man. But be ye also ready. Be ready. And then he goes on to say, during this period, he says, you must be prepared to endure conflicts. What? When you're carrying out the mission to make disciples. Because during this time, we are still supposed to be out there giving the word to some unsaved person and telling them, you must be born again. And he says, you're going to go through hardship, or you're going to go through rejection. There's no question about that. He said, but still, that's what your mission is during this time. This is what our mission is. We have to continuously, although things might be hard, guess what? We're still to do this. And that's what he's saying to the disciples. He says, you're going to have persecution. There's no question about it. And a lot of the disciples were martyred. They died because they continued to follow Christ. How many of us would do that? And when we go out and witness, we don't have somebody there saying, oh, you talking about Jesus? Boom, I'm going to kill you. Like the girl, I keep remembering this, when she, the guy was in there with the gun, and he asked, are you a believer? And she said yes, and she killed her. How many of us would say that? I'd probably be cowering under this. Oh, no, let me think about this. I'm not sure, just to be honest. But if you're confronted with this, are you going to stand up for him? Are you going to say, yes, I believe, and you know that this gun is there in your face? Somebody walk in this door right now and say, okay, I'm here to kill. How many would volunteer? Well, go ahead, take me. Like maybe I should be the one to say, okay, I'm the second oldest in here, so I've lived my life, so go ahead and take me. That ain't happening. Thank you. That ain't happening. I can't stand here and tell that lie. No.
Some of us would really fold like a napkin.
Yo, I'm a folder. Right here, I'm a folder. Now, you never know how you're going to react when that time comes. But just to be honest with you, I don't know if I would be the one to say, okay, take me. Yeah, I've lived a long time. What you say, Sister Emma?
I would say take me.
And I believe you would, because that's how unselfish you are. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the pastor did by you ain't going away.
So he said.
But on that note, I never forget it. I had just moved to Baltimore in the 90s, and I was coming from what they used to call a watch night service or whatever you called it. And I remember I was on Chester Street. If you know about this Chester Street around here, right by that Northeast Market, I never forget it. And I was walking home from the service. These guys came out the midst of nowhere, and the first thing he pulled out was a gun. And a man, I don't know where this older man had came from, but he saw it. You know, by me being from the country, my thing was, I took the Bible. I said, you bad enough, I'm come across there. He took and flew.
Mm-hmm.
So when I look at certain things now, it's just like, I could have been gone. I wasn't thinking about that. It's just like now. But then when I got scared afterwards, because the guy came and told me, he said, look, I'm glad I was here. So then when the police came, they asked me, you know how they come to the house, got all these people, want you to identify who the person was? It was easy, because I knew who it was. I said, but God, you know what? I trust you. And the first one that I pointed to, he said, that's the one that we got.
Do you remember, I think it was like last month, and I think I forgot the area. And this minister this guy was trying to steal his vehicle, was stealing his vehicle. He came to the window with the gun. Somehow, and this minister didn't live here, he was visiting Baltimore. He was a large man, but he was able to tackle that guy and put him on the ground. You'll then see it on the news. Okay, put him on the ground. Somehow, I guess he released his hold, and the guy got his car anyway, and they found the car like a block from where he was. But he said, I'm not going to press charges against him, because what I'm going to do when I get back to wherever I live, I'm going to dedicate myself to helping young black men. See? A ministry was being birthed because of that. And I heard some people saying, I don't believe that happened. How could that happen? You mean he released? Yes. Because yes. And so God was using him in that way.
Yeah.
You know? Using him in that way. So that's why these disciples, and if you would read and follow the life of these disciples,
Oh, yeah.
you would find out, I got 5 minutes, you would find out that many of them were martyred for Christ's sake. Now, we're not talking about his betrayal.
Right.
We're not talking about Judas, but yeah, that's what happened. So we don't know what we would do in certain instances. We can say, well, I don't think I would do this, or I don't think I would do that. But when we are confronted with the situation, it's a different story. It's a different story. So Jesus said to them, look, you're going to be persecuted. And because of the persecution and because of everything that's going on, it might put a strain between believers. But the thing for you to do is to hold out to the very end. That's what we have to endure to the very end, no matter what comes our way. Yeah, might be persecuted. Yeah, you're going to go through some things that you don't want to go through. But guess what? We have to endure to the very end. Yes, ma'am, Miss Emma.
The only thing,
You have 4
we
minutes.
have to hold out, but we also have to hold on.
Oh,
to
yeah.
him.
And the race is not for the swiftest,
For the strong,
but the one
who endures
to the very,
endures to the end.
very end. And that's what he's saying to us today. He said it to the disciples, and he's saying it to us today. And just like Jesus is faithful to his Father, then we are to be faithful to him as we wait for him to return. We have to always be faithful and to represent him on earth. 3 minutes. Any comments? Any points we need to bring up? before we close.
Did you get to, you know the part, you know the part where he said this is just the beginning of sorrow, so we still in it. It's not, you know, it's just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Just the beginning. That's why he was trying to let the disciples know, look, you think because these things are happening, you know, oh, I'm going to turn around there, he's back. No, the beginning. We don't know how long.
Nope.
We don't know how much we have to endure, but yes, because we've said to him, when we said yes to him, I like to hear Brother Tyrell say, when we said yes to him, we should have understood that this is not a sometime thing. Sometimes I'm going to do right. Sometimes I won't. If I feel like it, I'll do it. If I don't feel like it, I won't do it. That's not the way it works here. That is not the way it works. Yes, once we have committed our life to him, he expects it to be an everlasting thing. What he said, you neither hot nor cold. What did he say he's going to do?
Warm and spew you out of
Spew out of the mouth.
his mouth.
Those of you who, like, we stopped and got some coffee this morning as we were coming to church, because I said I didn't want to fall asleep in church, because 5:38 this morning was the last time I looked, and I still hadn't gotten in bed. And so I said, okay, we're going to get some coffee. And when we got here and I put the coffee in my mouth, I said, this coffee is not hot. It was, Emma said, it's warm. But I like it either hot, and I don't like iced coffee. So that's why he said, neither hot nor cold. Don't want you. I'm going to spew you out of my mouth. 9:45. Thank you all for listening, and thank you for participating in the lesson today. This might not have been one of those shouting ones, but this is what Jesus wants us. He wants us to know. And this is what we have been hearing over and over and over again. I'm coming back. You might be expecting me at one time. No. So be ye also ready, because I am coming back. Amen?
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Next week's lesson.
She gave it
Oh.
already.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm coming. I ain't being funny, but you know what else to say. But it's okay. Can you just give him these stuff, please? Thank you, that'll help.